What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Alexisthenp. What's up? If you are new here, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today we are getting into a few tips to help any of you who are thinking about nurse practitioner school, or if you're already in your first semester, a few things that I would recommend to kind of make your process a bit easier, so stay tuned. Before we get into today's video, I want to talk to you all about this productivity shot from Magic Mind. So this is a green matcha shot with nootropics in them, which are L-theanine, lion's mane, ashwagandha, vitamin D. So these are all things that are targeted towards immunity, keeping you focused, stress-free, and keeping you overall productive. So it's literally what it says, a productivity shot. It provides naturally time-release caffeine from those nootropics that I named earlier. And so it's always beneficial for a person so that way they don't run into a 1 to 2 hour crash from a cup of coffee. I have used these shots probably over the past year multiple times. And I will say, when I use these, I can definitely tell a difference in my shifts as far as me being in clinic and being able to remain on task for extended periods of time. So I would highly recommend them. They were nice enough to give my followers a discount code. So use code ALEXISNP to get 20% off plus your first month's free. That's ALEXISNP. I will leave it down below as well as in the description. So click the link in the description to get your first month's free plus an additional 20% off. So that brings you up to probably 75% off. That's a steal, okay? And if you're a student, you're gonna need this. Get away from the coffee. Get away from those energy drinks that can cause cardiac issues. Get you something that's much healthier for you. Time-released caffeine, naturally released caffeine that will keep you productive, on task, focused, and stress-free throughout the rest of your school day, or if you're working a shift. I have a few notes that I went ahead and jotted down in my phone. So if y'all see me back and forth, looking down at the phone and then talking back to you all, it's because I'm trying to stay on task. Because y'all know I can go on a tangent all day. Y'all are like my friends, so I could talk to y'all all day, but we're gonna stay on task and keep this video short and sweet. Okay, so first things first, nurse practitioner school, most programs are about 2 years. So it's gonna cost 2 years of your time. The first year is typically like your basics. So you may do research, theoretics, your patho, your health assessment, just basic standard things. And then that second year is mostly geared towards your practicums or clinical. You need to figure out whether you are going to be working part-time or full-time. For my first year, I did work full-time and took classes on the side. I did both full-time in school and full-time at work. I was working as a registered nurse. My second year, I did have to drop down to like a flex schedule, PRN, or part-time, just so that way it gave me more availability to be able to complete my clinical hours in a timely manner to graduate on time. Just kind of figure out what works best for you if you have kids or if you're married, what works best for your family as well. All right, so next on the list are supplies. So what supplies will you need for nurse practitioner school? It's gonna be the basics, kind of the same things that you were required to have in RN school. So you're definitely gonna need a laptop because you're gonna be doing tons of papers. When I say tons, especially that first year. So a laptop, of course, paper, notepads, binders, tons of pens. Okay, we knew that from nursing school. Tons of pens, pencils, just the standards. Of course, you're gonna need your books. So whatever books they recommend, go ahead and set aside that budget for those books because you're definitely going to need those. For a study plan, you will have to learn how you are as a learner. So are you a visual learner? Are you a person who has to write things out and see them play out for itself? Or are you a person who needs to be hands-on? Are you a person who learns individually? Or do you work well with others and you feed off of each other and retain the information that way. So you have to figure out your style of learning first when it comes to studying, and then establish your group. If you are a group learner, find your group of people in your class, which is always best. I recommend you feed off of others. Find that group of persons who are willing to put in the time, put in the work, and you all feed off of each other. Someone may be stronger in a subject area than you are. So always kind of find that little niche and see if you all can feed off of each other. Note cards are always a great tool to study. Always kind of set aside 2 to 3 hours for each course each week to kind of see what details you need to be focused on when it comes to different topics that are being discussed in your classes as well. So make sure you're setting aside time as well as finding out what's best for you as a learner. Are you an individual learner or a group learner? Now, next up on my list is preceptors. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this is the hardest part of nurse practitioner school. Finding your clinical preceptors. My best advice, start early. Some schools will help you with preceptors. So first, look into your program just to see, is there appointed personnel who places students with preceptors for clinicals? But most of them, you're on your own, okay? So you have to put in the footwork. You definitely have to go around to different clinics, present yourself, of course, and make sure you have like your CV. A CV is your resume, so it should be updated with your most recent nursing experience, as well as stating that you are in a nurse practitioner program, and you just pitch yourself pretty much. It's also very beneficial if you have local networking groups for nurse practitioners, if you're joining those and being a part of those, because sometimes you meet preceptors there and it's an easy way for you to pitch yourself and say, hey, I'm a nurse practitioner student. I heard when you introduced yourself, you are a practicing provider in peds, and I am in need of a peds preceptor. May we link up? Okay, so those are the connections that you're supposed to make. I will definitely say there are preceptors out here that are charging y'all, okay? That is a side hustle for them. Some schools will set aside allotted monies from your tuition to help pay for clinicals because they know providers do charge, and some schools do not. I will say when you're pitching yourself to these different preceptors, do not straight up offer money, okay? I believe in giving back to people. We were at once in school ourselves and struggling, so I don't necessarily see the benefit in charging a student. If the school is offering an honorarium, of course, we're gonna take it. But charging a student themselves is crazy wild to me. So if you can avoid that, pitch yourself just stating how dependent you are, you're eager to learn, and see where you go from that. But if they are charging, you know, unfortunately, you may have to pay. The hardest clinical rotations for us when it came to placement were peds and OB. So start working on those very, very early. As soon as you start the program, you should be working on finding your preceptors. A big question I usually get from students, how do I pitch myself to a preceptor or to an office manager? So a lot of times office managers can be reached via email. So if you're unable to speak with someone in person when you are putting your foot to the pavement and going to present yourself in these clinics, you can always obtain the office manager's email, and then you just send them a nice pitch. I'll give you all a good brief that I used to use. This is what I used to say. Good morning, good afternoon. If you have the name of the office manager, that's even better. And you would just say, hey, my name is Alexis. I'm a nurse practitioner student from whichever school you attend. I'm inquiring about availability for preceptorship starting from this date, ending to this date. And I am in need of 180 hours or however many hours you all will need. And then you can end it off by stating, I look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks in advance for your time and consideration. And then put your credentials. Alexis RN, BSN, what school, your contact info in regards for email and phone number. And it's that simple. 8 times out of 10, I always got a response back from an office manager stating whether yes, this provider does have availability, or unfortunately no, this provider does not have availability. So pitch yourself via email or go into the clinics and speak with the office manager. So I'm at the last bullet point on my list for today. And this one is all about self-care when it comes to you being in school. So we've already been through nursing school. You know how it goes. It's very strenuous. It is stressful. It's draining. Take care of yourself when you are in school, especially if you're still working, right? So you're working as a nurse, which is always a stressful thing at the bedside. And then you're in school studying your life away. So make sure you are getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Be sure that you are sticking to a strict sleep schedule. Take care of your body, what you put inside of your body. Exercise, that's always a natural serotonin release to help boost your mood, keep your energy levels up. Make sure you're eating a healthy diet. Watch what you consume. Of course, time is limited, so we always run to fast foods, but find alternatives or meal prep. Definitely take care of your body when you are in school. It's going to appreciate that time that you put into your body. And then stress relievers. Still make time for your family, okay? Still make time for your friends. If you're a traveler, take a trip. You may not be able to stay long, but do something that you still enjoy. Be sure to keep your hobbies included, because that's the only way that you are going to remain sane in those types of programs. My biggest takeaway here is that you do not lose yourself in the program. Always take care of you. If I don't take care of me, how can I take care of others? How can I put my best foot forward for others if I don't do it for myself? So always, always take care of yourself in those programs, okay? So that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There will be many more videos of discussing what is needed for nurse practitioner school. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.